Righto, I think the message from this video is going to be white balance. Understand white balance and understand how to adjust for that using whatever equipment you are using to film your videos, your camera. Understand how to adjust for white balance in your camera. That's what I was trying to say. Right, so let's have this very crude, basic, non-specifically detailed little demo. So your cameras have the ability to adjust for color casting, and color casting occurs in different types of light. When you're in the sun or certain types of sunlight, you have it orange. If it's cloudy, it'll be grayish, and to allow the camera to compensate for this, you can let the camera know in what environment it's in. In that way, if you're in this orangey environment, your white t-shirt will remain white to a certain extent. Modern day cameras have these settings programmed into them. They have a pretty good idea of what sunlight looks like, what overcast looks like, and it'll help you compensate for these color casts. Other cameras also have the ability that allow you to actually set the white balance, the Kelvin value that you want to correct for. And other cameras, like the one that I have, also give you the option to designate a certain area within the camera as white. So it uses that as an example of what's white, and it'll apply the corrections using that. Some sources tell me that you can use gray for this, but I've tried both, and using a white piece of something gives me the best results. This is a super light demo on what white balance is and how to correct for it on your camera. I highly encourage you to go to your cameras and figure that out and become proficient with it so you understand it. It'll make things easier for you in the editing process. For starters, I am cheating just a little bit. The dramatic before after is like this because my white balance is set to 5600 Kelvin right now, which is the intensity at which my main light is going to be turned on when it is turned on. This is the Godox ML60 Bi, set to 5600 Kelvin, and right now I'm using these normal room lights to light me up. I've got a light up here and a light over there, and as you can see, they are tungstenish. So let's just see what it looks like when we keep this exactly the same but simply correct the white balance. I've got that preset here already. Okay, this might look, as I can see over there, a little blue, but that's because we've got some light spilling in from the windows. I can't get rid of that light, and light outside is constantly changing because it's the sun, weather, and stuff like that. But I think that one could argue that this is more accurate than what we had before, or it just looks better than what we had before. What we had before was this like orange. The room and my skin were like almost the same color. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that original white balance that we had set to 5600 Kelvin, and we're going to turn these lights off and turn on some studio light and see some dramatic differences in lighting. And as you can see, we aren't in a completely dark environment right now. As I mentioned, we have some light spilling in from the windows over there. But let's turn this Godox on. And here we have proper control of the light. We have it set to 4% intensity, and as I said, 5600 Kelvin. We also have the light at about a 45 angle degree from me to create some soft Rembrandt lighting. We also have some Wii lights. They're all turned on. Every single one of these Wii lights, I've got 4 here, set at various colors, but each one is set at 1% intensity. These are the Wii Light SO3s. You do get a slightly better version of these for the same price called the Wii Light SO5s. The difference is that you can actually control the light not only with the app, but also with manual controls on the device itself. And right now I'm shooting using Vlog on my Panasonic camera with a Rec 709 LUT placed over it. And just to go a little bit crazy, we can add a grade on top of all of that. And then we can throw the before after photo like we had. Some dramatic differences, but all it takes is understanding white balance, and then if you have the budget for it, you can get some pretty affordable lights for your studio setups. But if you cannot afford these types of lights, you can easily get away with a window if you understand, you guessed it, your white balance. I think the outside is slightly matching my 5600 Kelvin, so I'm going to turn this all off, turn these off, and I'm going to turn the window on. I'm going to open the window. Just moved the Godox out of the way because it was casting a shadow. But there we go. This is window light. I'll show you what the window looks like, how far away it is from me. It's fairly far away. It's about 3 meters away from me. But if I hadn't had my white balance set accordingly, this might look very different. When it comes to video, I do recommend that you familiarize yourself with white balance, how to adjust for it. When it comes to photos, I have been known to sometimes shoot auto white balance. It's easy to fix a photo in post, but video is a little bit more tricky. If you mess up your white balance in video, it can be something that just feels uncorrectable. I'm gonna leave this pod in here. I'm gonna fast forward it, but you'll see here how the light changes while I'm speaking on the phone. There it is. See that change? Photos, I sometimes shoot auto white balance and I feel I can get away with it. Videos, I've shot some videos where I've just felt that I've had to just reshoot it because I messed up the white balance setting so badly that it just felt uncorrectable. I know that a pro would probably be able to fix any type of white balance adjustment situation, but just getting it right in camera is by far, I think, everyone's advice in general, whether you're, maybe let's just end it there. I should have planned this video further, but I think my point has been made. So that's it for today, folks. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to keep taking photos, keep making videos, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next one.